Hey guys, let's get more news about Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steph Curry's frustrated reaction during Heat Warriors goes viral. The Golden State Warriors started their 2024-25 season blazing hot, winning 12 of their first 15 games. Since then, the Warriors have collapsed, losing 15 of their last 21 to fall to 18-18 and sit in ninth place in the West. Tuesday's home loss to the Miami Heat was another punch to the gut, trailing by as many as 20 points in the fourth quarter before a 114-98 final. Superstar point guard Steph Curry attempted to put the team on his back, scoring 31 points, but having his second consecutive game with 0 assists. Before Sunday, Curry went nearly 7 years without a 0-assist game, and now he has done it consecutively. Curry's frustrations with the direction of this Warriors squad are clear, and the four-time NBA champion is not afraid to show it. After getting subbed out with 3 minutes left and down by 12, Curry walked around as if he was tired of everything going on. Via Anthony Slater, Steph Curry just looked generally exasperated tonight as the Warriors continually tried and failed to come back against a Heat team that played into double OT last night. Here's a wandering, frustrated Curry after subbing out for final time. Fans certainly should not take anything too seriously from the video of Curry, but the 36-year-old point guard has had way too successful of a career not to be extremely frustrated with how his team is performing. The Warriors ended a 5-game homestand with just 2 wins, as they now head into a 4-game road trip and a grueling back-to-back series. Golden State certainly needs to find ways to capitalize on Curry's talent before it is too late, as they have completely fallen short of expectations over the past month and a half. Bam Adebayo leads Heat past Warriors 114-98 in back-to-back after double OT loss at Sacramento. Bam Adebayo had 19 points, 9 rebounds and 5 assists with 2 timely dunks down the stretch, and the Miami Heat snapped a 3-game losing streak by beating the Golden State Warriors 114-98 on Tuesday night. Stephen Curry scored 31 points, Tracy Jackson-Davis added 19, and Draymond Green contributed 7 points, 10 rebounds and 10 assists. The Warriors were booed by the home crowd, and many frustrated fans headed out of Chase Center early for a second straight game. Nikola Jovic hit consecutive baseline threes midway through the fourth on the way to 20 points, and Jamie Jaquez Jr. scored 18 as Miami won in a road back-to-back after a 123-118 double overtime defeat Monday at Sacramento. Buddy Hield had 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists off the bench for a Warriors team that took a 30-point pounding by the Kings on Sunday. Heat, Jimmy Butler sat out the third game of his 7-game suspension for conduct detrimental to the team. Warriors, Brandon Podziemski missed his 5th straight game with right abdominal tightness, and Gary Payton II sat out a 7th in a row with a strained left calf he injured Christmas Day against the Lakers. Coach Steve Kerr expects both guards to go on the upcoming 4-game trip and be back playing. Jackson-Davis drove through the lane for an emphatic left-handed slam with 1:07 left in the third to pull Golden State within 3 points, but the Warriors failed to gain momentum. Curry hit 2 3-pointers to end the first half and pull the Warriors within 61-48, and he had 6 of his 8 threes and 20 points by the break. The Heat continue their West Coast swing at Utah on Thursday night, while Golden State goes on the road to face Detroit on Thursday night. Deflated Warriors left searching again after loss to Heat. Coach Steve Kerr said the Golden State Warriors are suffering from a crisis of confidence after a second straight blowout loss at home. Following a listless 114-98 loss to the Miami Heat on Tuesday night at Chase Center, the Warriors' 15th defeat in 21 games, a frustrated Stephen Curry said the emotion was just pissed off. "You're trying to figure it out," said an exasperated Curry, who tallied 31 points and 7 assists. "Everybody in the locker room is kind of searching a little bit, trying to understand what's going wrong, why we can't get off to better starts. Moments in the game where you're climbing back, you can't get consecutive stops. Bad possessions on offense that affect our confidence and body language and the vibe. There's a lot wrong, but what are you going to do about it? We have to dig deep, figure it out, believe that we are a good team. Got to stop talking about it and around it and just fight our way through it. Golden State, 18-18, has been desperately trying to decipher how to get back on track. Since opening the season 12-3, the Warriors have looked like a completely different team. Curry has tried meeting with teammates to emphasize how they are at a critical juncture in the season from which they can go one way or the other. He also has tried celebrating his three-point baskets more in an attempt to inject the team with more joy and fun. The Warriors, though, have had stretches where they can't score, can't shoot and can't defend. But perhaps most disturbing to Kerr was a lack of fight against Miami. "I expected better energy," Kerr said. "I think we're suffering from a crisis of confidence right now, frankly. You can see it. You can feel it. I don't mind missed shots, but I mind when missed shots affect the defense and the attitude. We feel deflated right now. And there's no room for feeling sorry for ourselves in the NBA, in life in general. We can't let disappointment dictate our approach to the game. We have to do the opposite. We have to bring more fire. We have to outcompete our opponents when things aren't going our way." And that was what was most disappointing tonight, was I just felt like everybody was down and we didn't have a competitive spirit. And if you don't have that, you've got nothing. This came after the Warriors were routed by Sacramento 129-99 at home on Sunday, despite the Kings being without De'Aaron Fox. Golden State was looking to rebound Tuesday, knowing that Miami was dealing with the Jimmy Butler suspension and on a three-game losing streak following a 123-118 double overtime loss in Sacramento the night before. When Curry came out of the game with 3:05 left and the Warriors down 112-94, the franchise star wandered up and down the team's sideline during the timeout looking out of answers. In each of their past 4 defeats, the Warriors have failed to crack 100 points. Curry was asked how the Warriors can improve offensively after shooting just 40.8% overall, including 14 of 50 from behind the arc, against the Heat, 18-17. "Honestly, I have no idea," said Curry, who called the past 2 home losses back-to-back no-shows. "I wish I were going to try to figure it out, but I don't have an answer right now." Golden State now hits the road to play the Detroit Pistons, Indiana Pacers, Toronto Raptors and Minnesota Timberwolves, while looking to find an answer to a slump it has been mired in since just before Thanksgiving. "When shots are falling, everything's nice, everything's great," said Warrior center Tracy Jackson-Davis, who had 19 points during Tuesday's outing. "We can't be front-runners, we got to dig in, we got to find our soul." That's what Draymond Green kind of said. "It was our soul that we've lost. We've lost our spirit, and we got to get that back and we got to play tough basketball." And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Steve Kerr? Leave your opinion in the comments.